Hello. Thank you so very much for joining this Reiki ASMR Shamaness session tonight on this beautiful Leo full moon. So we're going to do different avenues tonight. I want to focus on pulling with my Uruguayan amethyst, okay? I want to focus on cleansing out energies that are no longer working for you, whether it's shedding a soul tie cord, whether it's shedding a karmic cord. Okay, so let's talk about karmic soul ties. This is what I want to talk about with you guys tonight. So what is a karmic soul tie? So we make these agreements under the divine, and you and another soul will agree to reincarnate onto planet Earth or whichever, planet constellation, to come back and, learn specific lessons from each other. And then sometimes these soul agreements become like to where like you reincarnate with the same soul in many lifetimes, to where like your brother can be your cousin, and then in the next life he could be your uncle, in the next life he could be your dad, and they could play different roles, okay? So how do you break a soul tie, right? So I am a goddess, I'm a shamaness, I'm a goddess incarnate, I'm so many things, but never what you heard about me and never what they say about me. Especially after what I just went through in a plaza, which if you have not seen that video yet, I highly recommend you going back. And I won't be posting to that video. It's like targeted individual. But I won't be posting on Samara and Dara anymore. That was a backup channel. They're not going to shut down this channel because I'm not being as monitored as before. I was being very closely monitored. And all of this explains it in my last videos earlier on this channel. So this is an alchemy leaf. This is more than just a regular leaf. You can push away with this, or you can pull what you want, your desires, in with this. And as an alchemist, as a goddess incarnate, you have to be very careful with your thoughts. You have to be very careful with that line of telepathy, because you can magnetically draw on what you're thinking about, and then they will come back into your direct reality, or they'll come to you. So like for instance, tonight one of my soul ties came back, and you know what I mean, and it was just a casual message on Instagram hitting me up, but it was just like, I thought of him, and I thought of him, and I thought of him, and I was like, okay, am I thinking of him because the experiences that we had, or am I thinking because he's gonna hit me up, and it was like, was this in my energy, or was I embodying what was going to happen? So it was just like, a lot of it was, okay, he's coming back, like, you know what I mean? So how do we release this, right? Just say you're ready to release this. Just say that you're like, and this makes sense because I attempted my yoni steam today, which cleanses out all sacred energy exchange ties. I said this at the same time, and it clears out all of that sacred energy exchange, like past, intimate partners, out of your aura, out of your etheric and astral fields. So like all you have to do, and this is an example, this is not for me, so this is just like showing you. So you write the person's name, the name of the person, and then your intention. Okay. And then you can prick this like 9 times or 5 times in an odd number. And you just say that we pricked it, okay? And then you're going to go out under the light of the full moon, and you're going to intentionally be like, okay, I release this karmic tie. I banish this karmic cord from my life. I no longer wish to reincarnate with them. I no longer wish to have any future lifetimes with them, and I banish them from our current reality on 3D Mother Earth. You can say it however you want. If you want to do like, like a rhyme, if you really want to get like deep with it, and you have like, witchy ties to like, your Celtic or your Norse And this is just and I really like bay leaves because they're not too strong, but their manifestation powers are very potent. And I'm trying to get used to this earthbound speech because I am a walk-in soul. And it's cool because like this one just burned all the way down. So like for your manifestations to come true, whether you're pushing it away or pulling it towards you, it has to burn all at once. And I put this on a bed of tarragon and rosemary, okay? And then to manifest, okay, I'm going to do another example because this is the Leo full moon. So just say you want to manifest this into your life. You're going to put a rose tea oil or something that correlates along. Okay, you're drawing this to you. I love the full moon because, yeah, it pulls me into my feelings and my emotions, and it gets real deep. And it's like I have to release past traumas, but it also, you can alchemize your intentions. So you can draw to you what you want. So I'm going to put 4 drops of essential oil because it's an even number, and with even numbers, you want to pull things towards you. So, and then you want to burn it with your intention. And you could visualize you and this person being together. You could visualize characteristics of a person. You could visualize 2 red strings, or 1 red string attached to your auras. Okay? You can really just take it to that level of like, okay, I'm going to manifest this, and make sure that the flame is still going, and make sure it burns down all the way. And sometimes you could even put like 2 drops of essential oil, or sometimes you could do 7 or 8. You never want to prick holes into manifestations that you're drawing towards you, okay? It's only what you want to push away. And I've known this since I was a teenager and so many past lives, because my soul, it's so old in this mortal, like young looking physical vessel body, but I'm a goddess incarnate. So I mean, some of us were just made for this, you know. And so this is why I am a spiritual teacher. And then, okay, if you want to manifest more on that, you can take, okay, petals of rose for that manifestation. And then you want to I love this, like crunches, like the sounds of these dried petals, and I got it off of my friend's rosebush tree because she always allows me to go by her tree, and she's always like, every time you pass by, she's like, you're more than welcome to pick roses. She's so sweet. So I'm gonna do more tea. I'm gonna take kind of like, okay. So 4 is a manifestation number, excuse me, as well as 7 and as well as 8. So you could put 7 or 4 or 8 drops. All of that will pull like a magnet your attention, and then like your mind is the most strengthening, like vital, to where like you need to see it. Okay, so like visualize, or if you don't know what visualization is, imagine you and your specific person or soulmate. And you could even draw in, if you want, you could draw in your desires, okay? There's no wrong here. It's whatever works for you. You can draw in more casual relationships if you want lust. If you're, you know, if that's what you're craving. You're just asking the universe simply, okay, I'm goddess incarnate, and, you know, I want to call in a partner. Or if you want to go really deep, and if you're ready for that type of relationship and that commitment and that, you know, settling down, being with one person, you could ask for your soulmate and just burn the rose petals like this. And rose is a very healing herb, and like she will She always, and like I recommend if you want to do some love draws, some roses, some cinnamon, bay leaf, chamomile, calendula, vanilla bean, clove. Like, you know, you want the love to be protected, so cloves are ultra protective. Allspice, the cinnamon to bring like sweetness to it. Like, you could do pink rose for like him to be romantic if that's what you crave. And it's just like any type of characteristics. You are the god or the goddess in your life, okay? I should have waited till these roses kind of like dried more, because some of them are still a little bit like petally, like, you know, those nice soft petals. But that's how you manifest with herbal medicine. So we are vibing from our light, and we are vibing from our truth, and we are vibing from our authenticity and our higher heart chakra light selves. Okay, and so like the rose petals will look like this. They're really pretty. In a past life, I had a shop. I was very adept and very skilled in using all of my herbs and my plant remedies for all the people, and they came to me for a lot of healing remedies, as well as manifesting, as well as any type of, you know, just anything that they needed. I was their go-to shamaness and their go-to medicine woman and their go-to healer. So like if somebody was having trouble with something, I knew an herb for that. I knew a concoction for that. I knew how to release it from their lives. And so all of that higher wisdom and knowledge has really came forth, it came through in this life, to where I still embody all of this knowledge from my soul's remembrance of that past life. And I also had a past life in another country where it was my son's great-great-grandmother, and she was a revered runestone reader, and she made a living off of that. And I just remember all the really beautiful colored cloths that she would read her runestones on, as well as a lot of crystals. And so I get my past life knowledge and my wisdom from all of that. Like, I have not picked up a plant book in this life. I have not picked up a crystal book. It just comes naturally to me. So this is where I can help people aid. And then also to bring sweetness back into life, I have a bit of cinnamon stick here. Cinnamon stick is really good for bringing back sweetness into your life. You know, even if you do like a love alchemy thing, you can always like draw that sweetness into your love. So like if you want him to be more romantic, you want to put in some pink carnation petals, or you want to put in, you know, if you want him to be sympathetic, you could put in some blue hyacinth. If you want him to be, you know, just any type of like a specific, you know, emotion, there's always a flower property for that and a petal for that, okay? So this is my light and my gifts, and I'm feeling very, very good tonight. So we're gonna burn this also to celebrate, because I directly pulled in, I manifested, and I'm proud of myself because my thoughts and my powers and my abilities, like I've come into my power again, and my manifestation abilities are very potent and strong, and this Leo full moon is only rising them even more. So I'm just really grateful for this, and then sharing my gifts with you guys. So bringing the sweetness back into life with this beautiful cinnamon stick. And then we're just going to light him up. And then you also want to think about what and who you want to push away from you. Also on a full moon, you could do a full moon release spell, which that's another video, because right now we're manifesting what we want, right? Not what we don't want. So when you have herbs like if you want to heal an ailment, you can even get herbs like eucalyptus and rosemary, and you can, those are very healing, okay? I want to do some crystal tapping with my big old Labradorite. He is a king on the higher star realms. And it feels, the energies feel better tonight. Earlier today, the energies were heavier, to where Sun God Ra, he really wanted to bring up to the surface traumas so you could feel them and release them, or speak out your truth and release them. Because you have a voice, so use it. So stand up for yourself, stand up for what you believe is right, and always, always, always speak out your truth. So this Labradorite, he could protect your dreams, and he could also help you to speak your truth. You just ask him to help me speak my truth. So I wasn't planning this session tonight, but it just kind of intuitively appears to where what my gods and my goddesses want me to release to you guys. They very much run the show at this point. I'm a conduit, so I will channel. And I want to shake out any lower vibrational energies. And then I want to talk about the importance of your dreams and dream work. And I mean, like, not like your dreams and motivations, but I want to talk more about like your third eye center and your crown chakra and dreams like that. Okay, so chevron amethyst is a really amazing crystal to draw in from that third eye chakra center, that crown chakra, as well as that soul star chakra. And these upper chakras are all about connecting to your dream states and then manifesting and pulling things in. So some who are very active on these dream states, okay, will need extra protection. So how do we protect our dreams? We use our crystal allies like black tourmaline, selenite, smoky amethyst, smoky quartz, more smoky amethyst, Shiva's eye gate, okay? So we can protect from the evil eye even when we are physically sleeping. Astrally, our bodies are flying in different dimensions. So we are literally not in our bodies. We are in another realm, okay? So it's very important that you sleep by these crystals right here if you really want to protect your dreams from like negative entities or projections from like just lurking, like, I don't know, lower vibrations and things like this. And you want to just keep your energy fortified. So you want to say things like, my energy is fortified, my energetic boundaries are protected, I am safe on the astral planes, I am safe on the ethereal planes, I am safe when I dream and when I sleep. And then you want to take your chevron amethyst and you want to ask her, like, please protect me in my dreams. Protect me on the astral levels and the ethereal levels while I sleep. Protect my astral body. And you want to ask her to. And I'm so sorry about the energy vampires in the background, you guys. You'll hear live examples. Please protect my dreams. Protect them from energy vampires. Protect me from reptilians or alpha draconians, you just ask her to, okay? And she will. You have to like really honor yourself, because even if you honor yourself and people don't honor you, other people, that doesn't mean that you don't love yourself. Don't let the archons hook into you. Like, just because you don't have a romantic relationship or you don't have someone doesn't mean that you're not good enough to be with. You know, don't undervalue or devalue yourself. Just because, you know, your baby mom or your baby dad may be in another relationship and you're alone, maybe your path is different. You know, maybe your path is more, maybe you're an earth angel warrior spirit, maybe you have a different path to walk and you're not archonic, you know, and you can't live life like everyone else, and you're the chosen one, or you're, you know, an angel incarnate or a god or goddess incarnate, and you have a deeper meaning for a path, you know, and you can't just be in all these casual connections and things like this. So we're going to do some aura fluffing with the Seikei. I think I warned you guys about this energy vampire that came back tonight. They were trying to rage bait me for like 3 or 4 days or 5 days straight, to the point where it was just like so pathetic. So I'm gonna cut cords because she just threw something at the wall. I don't know if you heard that, but she went like that, and I heard it, and even the pit bull woke up and like went like this and like turned her head. It's just like childish. And then it's like, this is how they hook you and they bait you, and then they suck your energy, and then they suck your chi life force energy, they suck your joy, to where you end up talking about them in the whole video because they're sucking your energy, and they're energy vampires. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not going to give them power. So let's talk about pulling things in our direct reality and manifesting like the gods and the goddesses that we are. So if you want to do a really potent love manifestation, let's talk about love. You're going to get rose quartz, and you can get even rose quartz spheres. And you can put them by your bed, and you can place intentions before you sleep, like, please draw my perfect romantic partner for me, or whatever your intention is. Please draw my divine soulmate love to me, or please draw, you know, my SOS back to me. These are just, you know, throwing these things out here. So, and then you want to take bay leaves, red or pink rose petals, cinnamon sticks or cinnamon chips, calendula, chamomile, and you want to, you know, and cloves for protection, and cinnamon powder, and then even turmeric powder, and you want to make a concoction. And if you have a teeny rose quartz and like rose or lavender oil, and you can make bags to where like you put your teeny quartz with the beautiful like Mother Gaia, you know, you could put it in your organza bag, and you could just carry it around with you in your bag, or you can pop it in your purse, you know what I mean? And every day you imbue it with, these are the qualities of my soulmate. This is what I need and want. I'm gonna, here, let's make a live example for you guys. You're gonna get your organza bag. If you have a smaller one, props to you. I don't right now. You're gonna get your rose quartz. Make sure you cleanse it in like a smoke bath, like a sage smoke. You're gonna pop that one right in the organza. Also with your intentions, you could even put oils on it. And then you're going to write on the leaf whatever your intention is. Okay, so I'm just going to write for an example for you guys. Soulmate love. And then you're gonna drop like, you know, some essential oils on that. And even numbers. I couldn't see if this one came out or not. So I just did 4, okay? And then you pop this right in there. And then you're gonna take a little bit of dried rose petals. So I'm just gonna kind of get the dried ones. I'll just get a couple wet ones too. And you could do like 7 petals or however many. And you just go like this. Just pop them in like that. And then you want to take some cinnamon stick, okay? And make sure the cinnamon stick is not molded. I've been noticing that it's starting to anise lately. And you want to pop it in like that, okay? And you want to take some like pink, and then after you're done, when you tie up the bag, you want to place your intentions mentally or out loud. I draw my soulmate to me. I draw my soulmate to me. His qualities are loyalty, love, care, affection, devotion, being real with me. Just anything that you are asking, or you're in your ideal partner. And then you have your bag. And then you could put this under your pillow at night or carry it around in your bag. And, you know, you'll even pull him into your direct reality to the point where, before you know it, you'll attract the relationship of your desires. And you'll be like, I manifested that. And it smells so divine. This tea rose oil. And I'm gonna just do this trick where I'm gonna put it under my pillow, and I'm literally gonna tell you guys, like, in a couple of weeks, a couple of days, a couple of months, okay, like, you know, did this work? Did it work for me? You know? So that is kind of like a soulmate manifestation bag, right? So let's do some heart chakra addressing. So since we're talking about love and soulmates, we're going to talk about the heart chakra and how important this chakra center is for when you're ready for that stable, committed soulmate bond love, okay? So your heart chakra, it's so big, and you carry your past hurts there and your past betrayals that others projected on you if they hurt you. And you carry, and all of this like adds up and adds up. So we're gonna just use this apophyllite, and it's blessed by Archangel Raphael, and we're gonna pull out, and we're gonna cut. And this is like a full moon manifestation, but we have to cut and clear these cords so we make way for the new, so our new partners come in, okay? Because you don't want that situationship, right? Like, to come back, like, you value yourself more, right? You know that you're the goddess, you know what you deserve now because you've learned from that tie. So now you're ready to level up and ask the universe for what you truly deserve and desire and want. So we're going to be cutting, pulling these chakra ties from past, you know, karmics out of us, releasing what no longer is good for us, or releasing what doesn't work for us anymore, or, you know, kind of breaking those chains to any generational curses too. This can go and run deep. to breaking projections off of your heart chakra that other people have projected from their betrayal trauma onto you, you know? So this is going to go deep in this session. My sessions always get deep. My gods and goddesses, they never allow me to operate from a shallow, just, you know, frequency. I'm so evolved that, like, I have to talk about deep, deep, deep. I can't talk about, I'm not one to do, like, small talk or, like, talk about, like, oh, how was your work day? Like, I can't do shit like that. Like, I just can't. And I'm gonna be using the heart chakra crystal. But I mean, if you want to tell me how it is, it's good. But like, I can't be like just small talk, like, oh, or I don't like doing it. I just don't like small talk, like, oh, the weather outside is frightful, you know? Like, I don't feel like talking about the fucking weather. So it's just like, I tried it, but it doesn't work for me. Or like, people have tried it with me, and I'm just be like, kind of like stink face, like, no. Kind of like, get away from me with love kind of thing, like, bye. So we're gonna clear this chakra wall, and we're also going to cut negative cords and ties from around us. Okay. I have to. Letting all lower vibrational entities be over there, right? Let them be that while you're this. So it's just like cut, clear, and release. You know what I mean? Which if you're like a wolf and you know, like, you know, you're surrounded by, like, I don't know, lower vibrational entities and energies, and you just are like over it, and you're just like, whatever, that's you, this is me, not my circus, not my monkeys. It's kind of like what you have to do, or else they will try to like tear you down, and they can't take what's inside. They can't take your heart, they can't take your intentions, they can't take your goddess or your god energy, they can't take your goddess energy while they're like vibing down here and you're like way up here. Like, you know how it is, like with haters, they get like really quiet because they don't like you, and they like plot, or they be just like moving like very shady, and then they be talking about you like behind your back the whole time, and then it's like you already know how it is, like it's like so low vibrational, and you're like up here, you know what I mean? And she's tossing and turning. So we're gonna clear out the heart chakra wall with this, okay? I know a piece is missing, but he wanted to come out to help clear for an earlier session when we were releasing trauma today, which I released a lot. I confronted a lot of shadows and trauma. And I had to stand in my truth and do so. So do you. That's why we're going to stand up. We're going to speak out, and we're going to have our own backs and our own backbones, and we will always speak our truth. It's very important to do so. It's part of being that god or goddess incarnate. There's no other way. We can't live life from a shallow level, from a basic level. Pretty Mama Dragon. I love her. So adorable. I fed her some albacore, like spring tuna earlier, just like plain tuna, and then like eggplants and like egg. She loved it. So like, just like my mentors were saying, like, you know, fortify your energetic boundaries. So you want to declare, I am, bless you, Lilita, I am energetically fortified. My energy boundaries are protected. I am high vibrational vibing. I call all of my power, my energy back to me from people, places, things, realms, dimensions, past lifetimes, this lifetime, across all 4 directions, back to me. I stand now in my power. And then you could be like, in the name of Goddess Isis, in the name of Inanna, Queen Inanna, so mote it be. Or you could just affirm however you want, you know? It's your manifestation. So sometimes I have to cut off projections that are casted on me that I feel. And then selenite is self-cleansing, so I don't have to stage bath this. I can. It's just like clear quartz or smoky quartz or rutilated quartz, you know, or Lemurian quartz, where they clean themselves, just like Lilita cleans herself. I feel this energy, like, I mean, people really cast on you mentally with their thoughts. They get really quiet. It's so shady. I want to do some glass tapping. One day soon I'll have my own space so I can do these completely in privacy that I deserve to do them in. These videos, my videos for you, my content. Because I released the shadows, they're gone now. So, it's like this song coming to me spiritually, where he's like, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Feels like that tonight. The energy is after you release trauma, after you speak your truth out to like a spiritual bully, or just like a bully who's in their natural state of just being a dick, bullying you, and you finally speak your truth out. It's like you release that, you know what I mean? And it feels better, instead of keeping it under wraps and then like engaging in self-harm, like self-medicating to deal with it. I am not one of those people. I really want to work with him today. I kind of want to put some rose petals in him and then like tap him for you. That's how it feels. I feel good. Some of these are not dry. I'm gonna put some cinnamon stick. So I put some rose petals in there and some cinnamon stick. Probably cannot see. You know, it's supposed to be a tea light candle holder, but we use them for what we can use them for. Ooh, I want to put some bay leaf because it's the full moon tonight. No, I did not. Apparently 2 want to cleanse you because this one just came off as well. So we're gonna pull. We're gonna come back to him. Poor thing. I feel bad that he's falling apart. But maybe this is a sign from the god or the goddess then we need to release. And this is a sign that, look, you too can start again. You could release it. You could build yourself from the ground up, if you will. You know? You always can start again. It's never too late. So this is a channeled message for someone in the collective out there. Or for many of you. Maybe for many of you. We really, really needed selenite, and I'm very grateful I bought this off Amazon years ago in 2022 when I was pregnant with my 4th son, my Preston Roman Prince. So we're going to just be pulling, and I do want to, I had a citrine ball, but I think that was in my car in the plaza. This is a rose quartz ball that I used earlier. And I want to put some more body up bay leaves, bay laurel. I want to put I'll make it like that. So it's like there's roses in here, there are bay laurel, and there's cinnamon stick. So it could help you with your manifestations to pull what you want towards you on this Leo full moon. Stick that bay leaf right back in there. So this you could leave for however long on your nightstand or your desk. And people will just be like, oh, it's potpourri, but literally it's alchemy, it's your magic, you imbue in it, and it's very sacred, right, to your inner god or goddess, because, you know, your intentions are in this. I just picked up one of their thoughts, like they're going to try to ruin this if I leave the house. Anyways, no more negative energy projections are allowed my way right now, and I'm throwing them back. Bye. And sometimes people will rage bait you to the point where they'll know how you are, and they'll like take out your masculine energy to make it'll like set you up. I don't want to talk over this manifestation to the point where you end up looking like the crazy person because they rage baited you. They took you out of your element, your calming energy, and then you reacted, and then therefore you look like the psycho because you went to your god or your goddess rage. And so that makes you look like a bad person. And some people will videotape you. I had bitches at Walmart. You guys, I had bitches at Walmart videotaping me. Because people were like abusing me. It all explains it in my targeted individual. Anyways, I don't want to think about that right now. So I'm going to put a chakra ball of healing around you. Like I'm going to do a Reiki ball. Reiki sphere around you. It's just funny when it gets really quiet because you already know like how much hate they're projecting, and that's when like they're trying to use thought form magic to try to like suck into you because they try to make you look like the psycho, try to rage bait you, but I'm not giving them energy tonight. So let's just focus on the session. Think about what you want. Think about your manifestations. Think about what you desire, what you need right now in life. It's okay to live the life of your desires if you want to. If you want to live from your shadow for a while and kind of vibe there, it's okay. There's no judgments. Just ask it. Ask for what you want, and you shall receive. If you believe in your manifestations. Believe in your manifestation power. Always vibe from there. So it was an Archon hook. It tried to hook in, but I pushed it away. It comes from reptilians, unfortunately. to just clear right now. And I'm going to pick up my beautiful, there goes another energy vampire. Okay, so there's cinnamon sticks, some desert rose, which is great for manifesting, teeny bit of bay laurel, and then the chakra ball. We're going to put this in here and mentally and emotionally ask for what we want and what we need. You could say this in your mind or out loud. And so it is. Intentions are very important. Your thoughts. You can manifest anything you want if this is calm and centered and you know how to use your manifestation abilities. All you do is ask it and imbue your intentions in. And someone was like, "You're like the Love Witch." Oh my god, I'm just like, who's the Love Witch? And then she was like, "It's a movie." I'm like, what? So if you guys know who the Love Witch is, like, please tell me. She was like, "You're like your alchemy, and the way you look, it's like the Love Witch." I'm like, who is the Love Witch? And she was like a little Gen Z, and she was like so cute, and I was just like, okay, I'm like the Love Witch then. This is my nickname now. And then I used to have a business called Rose Empress Divine, and it was a very amazing business of like herbal remedies. Ignore the energy vampire hooks. So we're going to imbue the chakra right here in your aura. We're going to imbue yeah, they're trying to hook the dog, but she will scratch the door. And I'm trying to do this session really quick, and I'm not dressed. And I don't want to let that energy in right now to the point where one of the energy vampires, she'll like use her phone to try to like hook me and like rage bait me, like the volume, and then she'll do it to the dog, and then she'll like suck the energy. And it's some disgusting energy, and she knows that they're fixing food and all this stuff out there, and now she's scratching, and they'll suck the animals' energy to where they'll pull her out there. So unfortunately, I have to let her out, and some energy might come in, but I'm going to release it. Oh, you know what I should do? I should light something. Hang on one second. I'm going to do some herbal Santo, which I just had earlier. Really good ASMR right here for us. And jasmine, this is really good for that herb bag that I showed you guys earlier. As well as orange peel. And this is a prime example of how energy vampires pull people out there. So if you could see the pretty pit bull, she was sleeping all comfortably, and then one of the energy vampires got home and then kind of hooked her and pulled her energy. So I need to find my herbal Santo really quick, you guys. This is the interferences if you're trying to create for me blockages, but I'm not gonna let it get to me tonight. And then just oh, and look, it's good that this happened because I found my pink rose petals that I'm going to burn. I put my herbicide because it's missing, which is strange. Which I must have misplaced it. And this is how energy vampires operate, to where like they'll pull your energy to them, to where like some of them are telepathic and they will try to make you tell them information and you'll end up talking to yourself, but it's like you really end up telling them. It's weird. It's very strange, and I hate the energy, you know. And so this is the pink rose petal, and we are going to just, you know, you have to really concentrate. You can't have any distractions from energy vampires. Nothing, you know what I mean? Like, no energy vampires can lurk here. And, like, she's really trying, and I'm trying to find my sage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her out, but I need to find... I'm trying to find my herbs of protection. Protect me. You guys, trying to protect you guys very much. Was here earlier, and for some reason I can't find it now. Peppermint, clove. And the kind of chamomile, this is a really good manifestation herb. But yeah, might have come in here and taken it. You might have, because it's always in that bag. It's not in there right now. And I left the door unlocked for a teeny bit earlier. It was right on the bed. I'm not sure where it is. So they will pull her out just like they just did. So what we're going to do is now we are going to banish, because I just felt some negative and vibrations come in here, so I banish negative energies. Okay, I'm also going to burn some clove. So like I said, bay leaves have the power to banish, and I'm always getting interrupted here. They don't know boundaries, and then this is how they take my energy. This is what they do. And I had an ex one time, his name was Oswald, and he was like, that woman is always on you. Like, he was trying to talk to me and build a relationship, and she was like, let's go for a walk, let's do this, and like, and then she kept coming to the car, and then her son kept coming to the car, and it was really weird, and he noticed it, and he was like, what are they, like vampires? I'm like, yep, energy vampires. And then we stopped talking, like a couple of like weeks later, because they were using their thought forms to ill will wish to ruin that connection. Yep, that's what they do. And they did this shit to my whole life. This is why I am the way that I am, so. As well as my spiritual awakenings. They like used me as a scapegoat for their like wrongdoings and stuff. So we're gonna release that now with this. But we need a heavier herb, and this is why I'm trying to find my... I'm going to put banish on this bay leaf, and I'm going to put peppermint oil, and I'm going to prick 9 holes in this. So, just like it is a full moon tonight, you can do alchemy magic to banish bad energy, which I'm about to show you right now. So, banish. B-A-N-I-S-H with 9 holes in it. And if you will, this is alchemy. Christians are scared of it. They call it witchcraft. And I'm going to do it right now. So this is what I'm going to do. So you're going to prick the bay leaf after you write. Oh, and you also want to write the name okay, of the person. And you want to prick it 9 times. And this is what I love. So you want to write the name and the person, or you could write enemy, whatever you want. Prick it. And then like they'll parade around you like everything's okay, and they'll like laugh and like, because they know that they're taking your energy. And then it's like, so you'll hear like live examples of spiritual interferences in my videos. So this is how you banish. So this is how you push away, and you want to prick it 9 times, and you want to let it burn like that. Okay? While you visualize that cord between you and the person that they're sucking your soul, chi, life force energy, burning away. Literally, it's nothing there now. It's void. And you could visualize you and that person turning your backs to each other and walking away from each other. You could also do this with candles, to where you can take a black and a white candle, or a gray and a black candle, and you could put a string attached to them, and then you could carve their name and then your name, and then you literally cut, like you do the candles, and then once it burns, the candle flame is going to go like this for each of them, and then it's going to go to that cord, that string that's attached, and it's going to burn that string. So it's going to burn them away from you. So this is called alchemy. And we are certainly allowed to do alchemy magic as much as we need to, okay, in our lives. As much as you need to do alchemy, as much as you need to do that transformative change and protect yourself, by all means do it. Who cares if people call you witch and tell you, oh, like, I've had people come and burn my face in the plaza. I've had her burn my face. I don't give a fuck. I'm still beautiful, and I'm still alive. Like, they didn't get me, So like, people will, like, they'll really try to bring you down once they see that you have gifts and that you're more beautiful than them, or that, like, I was dating like the finest guy that I thought at the time was in the plaza, and all these bitches were mad and they were throwing drinks at me, and then, I met Leo, and it was just like, okay, like, well, I wasn't dating the finest guy in the plaza because I'm meeting Leo, and it was just like, okay, a whole other level of like a lion, like a divine masculine angel incarnate, and it was just like, my heart, like every time I saw him. So it was just like, oh my God. So and I could feel this bitch thinking about me, and I could feel her like literally plotting on me, and I'm just like, no. So we're gonna do another banish, because it's the full moon and we can release this, we're in our power. So banish enemy attacks. And then you want to take your pin, and you want to put 5 or 9 holes. So it's going to be pricked like that. And then you're going to take some, you could use peppermint or eucalyptus, or if you have a banishing oil, even better. And you're going to just put like 5 drops, okay, for an odd number. And then you're going to visualize this, okay? Visualize them leaving you the fuck alone. Visualize them walking out of your life. Visualize whatever you need to visualize. Visualize them messing with your things. supposed to go all the way fucking down, all the way. So the cinnamon stick is like trying to like there we go. So it has to burn all the way down. So it looks like this. So you guys, that was the session. I cannot believe it's already an hour. So I did a lot of alchemy with you guys tonight. Okay, I am a goddess incarnate, a real life goddess incarnate. I've been attacked for my gifts and targeted for my gifts, but that's just because I'm so divine and I'm so evolved. I'm very grateful that I get to share these gifts with you. I'm very grateful for my life path. I'm grateful for being a beauty goddess. I'm grateful for my beauty. I'm grateful for, you know, every manifestation that is coming true. I'm grateful for, you know, drawing back one of my friends. So here's a live version. And then I'm also grateful for teaching you guys, and I'm very, very, very grateful for the type of goddess that I am, because I've defeated so much adversary and I've defeated all of their attacks, and I'm still breathing, and I'm so strong, and I'm so strong in my energy, and I'm just in my power fully now, and I'm so happy, and I feel so good tonight that this is the Leo full moon. Okay, so you can banish, you can release, you can draw what you want to you. Don't let anyone ever stop you from, you know, using your gifts or releasing your divine power and your love out to you. Don't worry about energy vampires. They're low vibrational. All they're gonna do is just be like these lower archon soul-sucking matrix, like basic baddie energy vampires with no spiritual gifts and no nothing. Like, it's just like nothingness. It's like a state of like void. But I'm grateful that you and me get to, you know, have this like almost intimate session to where I can teach you my gifts, and I am open to receiving energy donations. Okay, I want to find a special herb to burn, and I'm gonna do a banishing herb tonight because I really like to burn herbs. So, you know, that's how manifestations come true. And that's how they steal your good energy. So this is a classic example of energy vampirism, which I'm glad that this is happening, and I'm grateful that this is happening, because you guys can see exactly what energy vampires do and how they act to get your good energy, and you cannot let them rage bait you. So this is, here we go, some beautiful, and they act very phony, very fake, you know, very by the surface, like shallow. And they do this to try to project on you and rage bait you and take you out of your element, because they're jealous of you. The simple thing is they're jealous of you, and they can never have your gifts, and they can never be you. So I'm burning some rue, and rue is a banishing herb, and I'm going to banish this. I'm going to banish their energy from my aura and from my room right now. There we go. So now I'm starting to feel clearer, because these herbs are lifting all of this heavy, shallow, like just malefic, baneful, negative, like soul tie karmic energy. And you guys, I cannot wait soon. I'm leaving this place for good. You just don't even know how happy I am. I'm never returning here. And I'm like so happy, because so many good things are coming to me. So many good things. I'm so excited for this next chapter. Like, I really am. Yeah, he fully took my he must have come in here and taken my herbal Santa, because it's not in here. So I knew the sneaky snake was going to come into my room and take something, because it was right on my bed earlier and it's gone. Like, they could take everything that they want away from you, but they can never take your soul. And I'll get more herbal Santa back anyway, because I have a really good supplier. So we're gonna banish more. Here, let's write banish energy vampires for always siphoning my energy, and you see how they do it. So you guys see it, and what she's trying to do is she's trying to make her presence known to suck my good energy and make me upset so she could take my chi life force energy so she could feel better about herself because she feels like shit inside. So it's not going to work this time. And this is what they always do, and this is what San always tells me, one of my mentors. She's like, they feed off you and they're not allowed to feed on your energy. And I'll go in and I'll do like a deep clearing session with her, like after, like while I'm uploading you guys' videos. And right now, like the house is so quiet to the point where like because they're siphoning off my energy, and it's just like at this point, I can't wait till the next lives, you guys. They're gonna get it back so bad. And you put an odd number like this. And I saw the vision of like what was said about me in the car between two of them and what was texted about me. And I fucking see the conversations and I see the visions of these, and I'm just like at this point I'm like laughing inside. At this point I just don't care. Because their motives are to make you look bad so they could suck your chi life force energy, and so they could look like the good ones, like the wolf sheep's clothing, but they've got all this funky, heavy, murky trauma energy that, and, you know, they're very shallow. They cannot live life authentically. They're not alchemists. So we're just banishing. And then it has to burn just like that, like all the way down. It helps to have the window open a little so like it can go out to the universe. And I'm going to I'm actually grateful that that happened during this video, so you guys can see live examples, so you see how energy vampires literally siphon or try to sabotage. And let's talk about monitoring spirits, okay? So what are monitoring spirits? And then like she'll go up on my door and be like, I know, because one of them would like say another negative thing about me. And it's like that's how they think that they grow stronger, is their hate bonding, and how they bond over how much of a nasty person I am in their narrative. It's called hate bonding. And it really shits me at this point. At this point, I just don't care. So we're gonna take these and we're gonna just use to banish, because this is what we do. I didn't write my intentions on that, but even if you don't write it, your mind is just as strong as much as the pen works, to the point where you just think it. And you envision a black string between, like, tied to your hearts, and then you envision it burning. And you envision that person and you walking away from each other. And just like let it burn down all the way. And that, my folks, my friends, is how you manifest. Just like, he really was sneaky. and hid his car today. And he also tried to play it very quiet so he could look like an angel in his grandma's eyes. It's funny the way that they play it. I see how they move now. They're very shady. 40 years I didn't notice this. But I see now. My spirit guides are showing me that when I leave, they come into my room and they take my things. So, and I will have more alchemy for you guys in our next sessions. All they do is listen to me and siphon my good energy. It's so pathetic. And you heard the live examples. You hear them in my videos. Thank you so much for all of you new subscribers who are here. I'm trying my best to manifest. And I'm gonna manifest my way out of this hellhole. I love you guys. And remember, you are the alchemists. You are the gods. You are the goddesses. You can manifest whatever you want, just like I'm about to.